It's always a shock to me how quickly the new year comes around. The end of the year is sort of like a long drawn out Sunday evening for me. I'm very reflective of the year that was and about to get serious for the new year to come. I have my resolutions like everyone else: reading, doing more sport, eating well, etc. Some of them I'm quite good at, others not so much. It's strange that every year I make these resolutions expecting them to be different this year, to see them through like I have some monk-like discipline. Why do I expect this? I don't know, to be honest, but I'm certainly going to think about it this week so I have any chance of seeing them through. One thing I do want to do more of this year is music. When it comes down to it, I'm a musician, I always will be, and I think of all the things I do, that's what I do best. And I want to do it here on YouTube. Since I did my last run of videos a few years back, a few things have changed though. I've started working full time and I've recently become a father, so I have less time than ever before. And I know it's ambitious, as making YouTube videos is very time consuming, but I've just got to get my shit together and figure it out. Oh, one thing, I haven't been to the hairdresser in a while due to the hairdressers being shut because of Corona, so you probably won't be seeing me without a beanie or a hat in these videos until I get it cut again. There's a whole bunch of snow today. As an Australian, I still get really excited every time I see it. And here in Bavaria, there's still a whole bunch of winter to come. I read today that the majority of people don't even typically carry on with their New Year's resolutions past January, less than 4 weeks. Still, I can't blame them though. Here in Europe, these winter months can be quite draining. Wow, I've got to keep moving before I freeze. And I wish that you could hear me now. And I wish that I can feel you soon. And I wish that you could feel me now. And I wish that you could hold me soon. And I wish that... I've been thinking a lot about the new year and my resolutions, and these thoughts have inevitably found their way into a new song that I'm writing. But it's more on the topic of the new year and me getting back into music. But in terms of my resolutions and how to achieve them this year, I've decided not to think of them as resolutions anymore. Rather, I'm going to have my goals of the year that I want to achieve, and to achieve them I'm going to live by a set of rules. But that's easier said than done. There's still a bit of figuring out to do. Back to the song. Good morning once again. It's Friday now. I started this video on Monday, so I've had a bit of time to really think about how to achieve my goals for the year. I've also had the help of a couple of videos here on YouTube, and I'll link them below. Picking the 1st of January each year to start over and become the new you is really just an arbitrary date. However, it does have the psychological advantage of being a clean slate, and I guess that's why a lot of people pick it each year. But in reality, I could pick any date to start over. This ties into something that I've been thinking about this week, and that is, if and when I lose my discipline, I just have to readjust and get back on track. If I have a couple of lazy days, it doesn't mean I fail. It just means I need to look at my goals, reevaluate, and get back to it rather than give up. Another point is for me to have defined goals this year. Me saying I'm going to do more music is not really measurable. I'll never be able to tell if I did more music or played more guitar this year than last year. Yet if I have defined goals, such as writing 10 new songs, putting out 20 YouTube videos, or recording an album, then at the end of the year I can say I did it or I didn't. I'm not saying these are my goals, by the way, they're just examples. One thing I started to do a couple of years ago is to write things down. This week I've written down my goals and rules for the year, and I've hung them above my desk so I can see them every day, and it reminds me what I need to do in order to achieve my goals. I also write a to-do list every day on my phone, and even if it's just a small task such as watering the plants, I put it on there, and when I cross it off, it feels good, and it keeps everything kind of rolling along. Now for the boring one, and probably where I used to fail the most, and that is having a routine. And I'm not talking about a routine where every minute of the day is planned out, or weekends too. We all need our downtime. But for me, a routine really works in the morning and in the evening before I go to bed. In order to get my music done, I like to get up early and do it then, because I know I have no other period of uninterrupted time during the day to focus on something. But in order to get up so early, I have to have my routine the night before. That is, doing the same thing before I go to bed and then going to bed at the same time each night. And doing this, I've actually managed to turn myself into an early riser over the past few years. And I used to hate getting up early. Just ask my mum. Good day, mum, if you're watching. A very important point for me this year is going to be to focus on my health. When I get stressed, one of the first things to suffer is my health. I stop exercising, I then stop eating well, and it creates this vicious cycle and everything goes out the window. Obviously, I haven't found the tip to never get stressed. It's going to happen. But using the previously mentioned points, I can combat stress. If I'm stressed, I'll still try and have my set time to exercise. For me, it's going to be for half an hour on my lunch break. And then exercising being a keystone habit, I've often found sorts out other areas in my life, eating well, for example. And finally, happiness. If I'm not happy or enjoying the process, I'll eventually quit. I know it. This year, I'm going to try and allow time each day for the stuff that makes me happy and that I look forward to. Watching Netflix, YouTube, reading a book, or having nothing planned at all. I'm also going to try and relax a bit more on weekends. A uni teacher of mine once talked about his sacred Sundays, where he did absolutely nothing related to work on Sundays, and I quite like that idea. I'm not a robot and I need my downtime. I've tried it before, working through, and it just doesn't work. So that's my plan for trying to achieve my goals this year. Right now it seems like a mixture of being realistic yet still quite ambitious. And if I find it's too much, I'll just have to reevaluate and adjust my goals rather than stop. In terms of the question, why I expect every year to be different with actually carrying out my resolutions, well, I still don't know the answer to that. But I'm glad that I at least try rather than do nothing. Anyway, first week done. Thank you very much for watching this far. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, tell your friends. I'll be forever grateful. And as a token of my appreciation, here's some of the song that I've been working on this week. Bye.
So the year comes to a close, and a few things need to change. I didn't keep you by my side, and I don't like what remains. You and I, we had a good old time, and we can have that all again. I need the feeling of when you take hold. I remember that's how it began. And I don't wanna let old woes get me down. I won't be silenced by my fear. And you could be the one to save me now. If you agree, we'll start back right here. And I wish that you will hear me now. And I wish that I could hold you soon. And I wish us both a happy new year.